I'll take a Venti learning with some foam. Hi, this is Elliott Masie, and today's February 27th. And I'm here at our neighborhood Starbucks right in Saratoga Springs. Yesterday, this store, along with 7,000 other stores around the United States, took a 3-hour learning break as every employee got re-immersed in the art and science of making an ideal cup of coffee. Today, we're going to be talking with the manager about how that went, what the processes were, and then I'll share with you some thoughts and questions from Learning Trends readers from around the United States as they looked at this most unusual approach to learning as a tool for performance improvement.
Yesterday, Howard Schultz, our CEO, decided that the company was losing sight of what made it a great company, which is the espresso and the coffee. And what they decided to do was, rather than just kind of piecemeal training and retraining all our folks, we closed every store in retail North America at 5:30 p.m. and we retrained every partner, which is what we call our employees. We call them partners. I think at the beginning they didn't quite understand the importance of it, but when it started, I really placed a lot of emphasis on what we're doing is important. Think about the investment the company is putting into it. And then as the night went on, I think people started to realize there were things that they were doing that weren't correct. And so when you point out things that people don't do correct, they're like, oh yeah, I do that too. And then, we all walked out here making a commitment to each other of things that we're going to be doing differently to be better at what we do behind the bar. I am going to be doing a lot of observation. Like when I'm working with people at the register, I'll be looking over, making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. I'll be doing a lot of time when I'm on break, just observing what's going on here at the handoff plane. Just a lot of follow-up with people, also empowering my supervisors to coach also. Let them know if someone's doing something wrong, you have the power to coach, and you need to do that, because if you ignore it, then it's just going to become an ingrained problem. So it's empowering the people to fix it. To me, it's awesome, because I've been with the company for 12 years, and I've seen it change from the barista as the artist to the barista as the person who just makes beverages. And it's nice to see them put the emphasis back on that, because to me it's really awesome when you can make someone a great beverage and they feel good walking away. So the fact that companies putting importance on that is great. I love it. I think it's awesome, which is why I'm still here after 12 years. People will learn best if they're the person that learns by doing. When we have these classes, we ask people, well, how do you learn best? How do you learn best? And there's those quizzes you can take where it's like, okay, you're a kinesthetic learner or whatever. I find we attract people who learn by doing as opposed to like auditory or visual. Just based on the nature of the work, they're attracted to that. And I find those people do best, because it is a lot of hands-on stuff, and the training isn't a lot of book work, and it's not a lot of videos. It's a lot of hands-on, here's feedback, try it again. And I feel like those people do the best here.
We asked over 50,000 of our learning colleagues who are readers of Learning Trends what they thought about Starbucks' 3-hour break for learning. The responses we got fell into 6 categories. The most frequent response was excitement and a real sense of positive. Isn't it wonderful that an organization is willing to go public and be very overt about the value and importance of training? And they saw it as a plus not only for Starbucks, but for the learning field. A second comment, which was primarily positive with some degree of skepticism as well, was the marketing element of this. And people felt that it not only was a positive sense of marketing, but it also was perhaps a publicity stunt, and how much learning would really take place within 3.5 hours. There were some who questioned the revenue side of it. Is it really worth stopping sales for 3.5 hours? And one of our colleagues reminded us that it was on a day and a time frame in which sales were low. And Starbucks must be blessed, because certainly in the Northeast we had a massive storm during that time and probably would not have had a peak selling day. The fourth question was about the type of training that was done. Was it face-to-face? Was e-learning used? Was it a train-the-trainer program with the managers?
We train folks how to train other people. We talk about the visual learners, the auditory learners, and things like that. So we hit the video. We introduced it with a video of Howard telling us like why he made the decision, and kind of just be like an inspirational part of it. This is enjoy what you're doing here tonight. It is important. Then they give us an outline of what they want us to talk about, and we do activities with each partner. We talk about their favorite customers. We talk about drinks of favorite customers, and we talk about why is it important that we make good drinks for people. And then we actually had breakout sessions where they did a session on just steaming milk, like how to steam milk correctly. And then we did one on how to pour espresso shots correctly. And if the machine isn't working properly, how do you adjust the machine to make it work properly? And then we did a section on the connection with the customer at the handoff plane, because that's part of the drink is the connection. And we talked about things that we do well in the store and the things that we need to adjust in the store to reach that excellence level that the company's looking for.
A fifth question was really taking a look at the efficiency of this. Was it efficient? What happened for those employees that couldn't be in during that shift? And what was being done on a repetitive basis to do transfer and reinforcement?
We are, as a company, having a makeup session because we knew there were going to be people because of class. It was kind of like spur of the moment. So for the kids that might have class at night, or parents that have children couldn't get childcare, we're having a makeup class, and then they're going to be going to that.
And there was an enormous curiosity of, at the end of the day, did the corporation and did the board see this as valuable? Would they do it again? And we literally heard from many major corporations wanting to replicate this approach.
Well, we all went to a train-the-trainer session, we call them, and it's not so much this is how you steam milk. They didn't show us how to steam milk because hopefully we're all excellent at what we do, but it's how to present it in such a way that the partners buy into it and understand the importance of why we're sitting down, closing stores for 3 hours, and retrain them on how to do these things. Because most of them have the thought that they know how to do it already, but there's a thing that I call tribal knowledge where we have people from all over the country working in this store. So they might learn something differently in Wisconsin or Florida or Saratoga, and they all kind of bring different tricks of the trade in, and as the years go on, it's kind of morphed into something that's not standard. So it's all, let's get back to standard, and that's really the point of it.
Quick footnote. A day after training 135,000 baristas, their CEO came out with a new pledge. If it's not perfect, we'll make that cup of coffee over again. This is Elliott Masie reporting from a site of learning at Starbucks on the corner of Franklin and Washington, Saratoga Springs. Yours in learning.